Hey, welcome today to Ground Zero. I just want to say you could have been anywhere, but all your footsteps and destiny and fate, God's hand brought you here right now for today's episode of Ground Zero. I'm Joey Charafi.
I'm Benjamin Richau.
Today we're doing something a little different today. Ben, do you want to give them a little breakdown of what exactly we're going to do?
All right, so we are going to look at the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. We're not going to look at their lives. We're going to look at the end of their lives. We're going to have an examination of martyrdom and how each one of them met their end.
Also known as the death of the disciples. Let's start with the first one, huh?
Yeah,
Now,
who's up first?
Now, technically, I don't think he was first to die, but maybe he was. We're not sure about that. They're not necessarily in death order, folks. They're just we picked the kind of a list of orders. So just roll with us on this if you can. We appreciate you. Peter. So,
Ooh,
Peter, his martyrdom was in Rome, apparently, right? And this is reasonably strong early tradition. He was crucifixed. The crucifixion was probable, and upside down position. Yes, this is true that this could have happened. But it was later in tradition, so it's definitely often, or it's definitely did happen during that time. So we don't really know the reason for him being upside down. Ben, any ideas?
I've heard one speculation is that when he was going to be crucified, he couldn't. It was like he wanted to be humble. It's like you can't crucify me the same way you crucified the Lord. So flip me upside down and let her buck.
That
But
seems
that's
like
why.
it would be absolutely
What?
treacherous.
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine that? I don't know if you've hung upside down as an adult. I used to do it as a kid all the time, like head off the couch and stuff like that.
Don't they
But
have like therapy for this kind of thing, like for your back? Like they throw you on something, and
listen,
it looks like it looks, and this is kind of funny because I didn't realize this,
he's in
but
Carhartts.
they're wearing modern
Dude, no,
clothes.
no. He's in a pair of tidy whities, dude.
And so
This is
we took
okay.
these
Okay.
pictures, and they're oil paintings, guys, and we made them with AI. We made them like more modern, and so um yeah, I mean that's what that was.
Cargo
But
pants. Back in
because
Rome.
yes, no, exactly, because it was. Well, hold on,
Wait,
this
that
is
is
the original painting.
yeah, okay. Oh,
This is the
okay.
original painting. So it just took
Oh,
what they had. It's pretty close though, right?
oh man, it's really close. Oh,
Yeah. So
that's
like
great.
they are kind of wearing Carhartts, and
Yeah,
so
go back to the one that you generate. I really
yeah,
like that. This could
it
be a
was cool, right?
calendar,
Yeah,
right?
modern cat. Well, it wouldn't let us do certain deaths because it was
Yeah,
like it
there's
was
some
pretty
horrific
gnarly.
stuff.
So this is
Oh
Peter.
man.
This is Paul getting crucified in Montana in the
Jeez.
by the Yellowstone crew. Anyway, all right. So now in standard
We're
Roman
gonna
crucifixion,
we're gonna get flagged for being so like disrespectful because we're laughing through this whole thing. I'm
it
sorry.
just that, and I'm not laughing
At
Paul, or
at
it's not Paul, Peter,
at Peter getting crucified.
getting
It's the
crucified.
clothes.
It's just
Yeah.
close. It's just AI is very interesting. Okay, so in standard Roman crucifixion, a victim's arms were extended and secured on a crossbeam with ropes, nails, or both. Nails driven to both wrists or forearms could be damaging to major nerves, producing intense burning pain into the hands, and the feet might be nailed separately or together. So if Peter was inverted, blood would pool towards the head, and because gravity would impair normal, venous return, his face would become swollen and darkened. Pressure would increase in the blood vessels of the eyes and the brain. Breathing still would be difficult, although perhaps differently from upright crucifixion. So death could result from a combination of traumatic shock, blood loss, exhaustion, dehydration, cardiac rhythm disturbance, impaired breathing, or circulatory collapse. Now, there is no reliable way to know how long he survived. The crucifixion could have lasted hours or even days, depending on the victim's condition and how the execution was performed. Picture Peter suspended headfirst, his body and his weight pulling against the nails and bindings, his face swelling as blood collected towards his head. while every attempt to breathe or reposition himself intensified the injuries. The oldest evidence supports Peter being killed, but the famous explanation that he requested inversion because he felt, as you said, unworthy to die like Jesus is harder to prove historically, though. But it sounds good. So what's your take from I also heard that Peter's wife was murdered right before him.
I have not heard any of that, but I would love to. If you can cast a light on that, I'd love to hear about that. I didn't.
Let's see, because I think she was going to go to death, and it was a Roman writer that recorded this. So it was. I don't think it's in scripture, but he said that he saw his wife going to death, and he gave her the encouragement that a strong Christian only could. Is that we're going to go home to meet Jesus soon. Man, isn't that crazy though? You just saw your wife get martyred, and then you're next. Like just intenseness, guys. Intenseness today. And just excuse us if we have any of these funny, like, they're not supposed to be funny. They were supposed to be intense. The stuff with the AI. It's not supposed to be like hindering. It's not supposed to make you feel offended. It's supposed to hopefully take like an old oil painting and kind of make it like more visceral. So, should we talk about the next one?
I know who we got. Who's up next?
Go ahead. I was going to say Andrew.
Okay, yeah, go with Andrew. I know James. I just want to say that James, the son of Zebedee, or James the Greater, is one of the actual ones that's quoted in Scripture about how he died. The majority of these other ones are tradition, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Historical tradition and documents, great. That's great. I'm not saying they're like not canon. I'm just wanted to quote some sources. Oh no.
Let's do James.
Dude, why is there a dog there?
Well, dude, I don't
even. My mind went to some places like he's looking for some scraps. Like he comes to these all the time.
He's about to go eat him. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude,
he needs some flesh. And so this is a famous painting that I had them kind of do a little bit, obviously. So this is James. So James.
This is James or Andrew?
This is James.
Okay, sorry.
So since you went into James, I was like, let's do James. Why not?
Okay, cool.
Acts 12 states that Herod Agrippa the first had James, the brother of John, killed with a sword. It is the clearest biblical account of an apostle's execution, as you stated, Ben. Killed with the sword probably means beheading, although the text does not describe the technique. What beheading would involve: a clean strike through the upper neck would sever the spinal cord, carotid arteries, jugular veins, airway, and supporting muscles. Loss of consciousness would probably occur within seconds because blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain would stop almost immediately. However, ancient executions were not always clean. A poorly placed strike might hit the shoulder or jaw or vertebrae, requiring repeated blows. So unlike crucifixion, this was probably intended to be quick. One sword strike through the neck could sever the spinal cord and major vessels, producing near immediate loss of consciousness. James died around AD 44, only about a decade after the crucifixion of Jesus. This was not a legend placed centuries later. His execution appears inside the earliest Christian historical narrative.
Tidbit:
Saint
James, the man who led James to trial, was so moved by James's testimony that he confessed Christ on the spot and was beheaded right along with him.
Isn't that nuts? Is that the soldier?
Yeah. I can get out of here right now. Let's go. I love Jesus
I'm going
too.
with you. How is this guy? His reserve is so. I believe that it was written that his reserve and the way that he was approaching death, he had like this almost solemn sort of peace about him, right? And I think he was like, I want what he has,
Yeah, I'm sure these guys have led many people to the chopping block, and all of a sudden this guy's demeanor filled with peace and like, I'm going home and I know where I'm going. Okay. I hung out with Jesus for a few years. I know where he's at, and I saw him afterwards. So amazing. All right, who do you got next?
I still don't understand how Gemini works, because it told me that it couldn't make this this image,
and
and
then
then
it made it.
but then I downloaded a different a different version. I thought a different picture, and it downloaded a whole different version, and it was the one that I originally wanted. This is intense, guys. I
Okay,
don't
who's
wanna...
this? Who's this?
Okay. Let's do... Oh gosh, no. Let's do Andrew, because I don't want to go too quick into this one. Let's save that one. Let's go Andrew. Andrew. Here we are. King Andrew. Well, not King Andrew. Saint Andrew. Let me
Saint
find
Andrew.
his picture. I do have one.
St. Andrew's cross. It's an X shape, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Yes. Okay. So here we go. This is taken from a famous painting, guys, and then we upped it. You already know the deal. This one's pretty cool.
Seriously.
This is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Look at this.
Wow.
This is like a famous painting, and we kind of upped it. Here we go.
Now I remember Game of Thrones. They used this same way. There was like one particular family that killed people with this.
They do it in
X.
Dune too. They call it. It's the worst way that a Freeman could execute somebody, because their water is wasted. Because always the water is always taken.
Always the water.
But they put them up on the X, and so they waste their water on purpose. So it's like they're...
Oh, so disrespectful.
That disrespect. All right. So back to Andrew's death. Later tradition says that Andrew was crucified in Greece. The familiar X-shaped cross called a saltire, or St. Andrew's cross, became strongly associated with him, although that precise shape is not firmly established by the earliest evidence. What the execution would do, though, some versions say that Andrew was bound rather than nailed, supposedly to prolong his death. Yikes. Binding a person with arms extended would place continuous strain on the shoulders and the chest. The victim would gradually lose the ability to support his own weight. Muscles in the chest and back and abdomen would fatigue. Breathing would become shallow and increasingly difficult. Exposure would also matter. Dehydration, heat or cold, muscle cramping, circulation loss in the hands and feet, nerve compression, progressive exhaustion. In the tradition that he survived for roughly 2 days is true. If that is true, death would likely have been slow rather than immediately caused by a single injury. His death would not have resembled a sudden execution. It would have been like a prolonged physical collapse as his muscles failed, circulation deteriorated, and breathing became increasingly shallow. The Scottish flag's white diagonal cross is actually known as St. Andrew's Cross because Andrew became Scotland's patron saint.
How?
Where did he die? Do we know?
How
Patras?
I don't. He said he.
Taurus.
I don't know. It says he preached around the Black Sea, Asia Minor, which is Turkey and Greece. Crucified him. Yeah, you're right. Patras in Archaea.
Where's
I
that?
guess. Not my geography is not ancient.
Let's find out.
Why? I'm curious why the Scottish he became their patron saint.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so in northern Peloponnese Peninsula, it's in Greece. So it was like a little bit. It was 134 miles of Athens. So
Okay.
It was a northern peninsula, kind of like Florida. Okay, interesting. Well, St. Andrew, you were the man.
Buddy, a couple days up there. Like, did you just like from in a practical sense, like if you had to go to the bathroom, in those 2 days.
Well, you're just pooping and peeing all over the cross. Maybe that's why the dogs show up.
Oh, what a mess!
What a mess. Or maybe they put you over a pit or something. You know what I mean? So St. Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland, largely due to the famous declaration of Araboth in 1320. In this landmark documented Scottish nobles of King Robert the Bruce, who was a BA,
King
by
Robert
the way,
the Bruce,
petitioned the Pope for protection and officially declared Scotland's independence from English rule. By aligning themselves with St. Andrew, the Scots remained reminded the Pope that they were converted to Christianity and by one of Jesus Christ's own apostles, placing them on equal spiritual footing with other European nations. So how did they'll
Oh,
align with him though? So the legend of Saint Rule, another ancient legend holds that a Greek monk named Saint Rule or Regulus was instructed by an angel at 345 to take Saint Andrew's bones to the ends of the earth for safekeeping. He was shipwrecked on the coast of Fife in Scotland,
no
establishing
way.
a church in the town known as Saint Andrews.
So wait,
What?
wait, are the bones of St. Andrew at that church? If he took them there for safekeeping, can we, I know we're rabbit trailing, but we got time. We got time.
Bones of St. Andrew. The bones of St. Andrew are not in one place. They were moved many times after his death and now are shared between several cities, mostly in Europe. So one is,
What?
yeah, Patras, Greece. That sounds familiar. Isn't that the place where he was just martyred? His skull is kept in the Church of St. Andrew at Patras. This is where he was first buried after he died. And then Amalfi, Italy. Most of his other bones are in the Amalfi Cathedral. Domo di Sant'Andrea, a nobleman brought them there in the year 1206. Okay. Edinburgh, Scotland. Some of his smaller bones, like a piece of his shoulder and arm, are kept at St.
Yep.
Mary's Metropolitan Cathedral. This is because Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland, and Rome, Italy. A few small pieces of bone are kept in St. Peter's Basilica.
Look,
That
if you,
is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie that we have
I'm
a
looking
bunch
at the
of
bones.
bones that are given, like,
Yep.
what are we
I'm
doing
looking,
here?
I'm
It's
looking
weird.
at the bones. You can put St. Andrew bones on display in Scotland, and it'll pull up his bones on display. Little glass case, cherubs, or golden tall winged figures with his shoulder blades. And yeah, there you go. There it is. I don't know why there's a foot. Is that St. Andrew's foot? It said that's his foot.
That's
What?
his foot.
No way.
Dude, this is so weird. Why? Why do we have the bones, guys? What are
Didn't
we
they
doing?
didn't they throw a guy on like Elijah's bones and he came back to life? So maybe there's some other stuff going on. I mean,
Oh,
we got to do an episode on religious
why on the
relics one
bones?
time.
Look at this.
I
They
don't know,
got a
that's what it.
piece of his skull right here.
Oh, that's
What the heck?
wild.
So he was Jesus's first disciple. Does that sound? That sounds right, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm for it.
I mean, I'm reading this off of what they put right here. He's the patron saint of Scotland and Russia. Saint Andrew died around 60 to 70 AD in Taurus. Yeah, okay. He did. Wait, he performed a miracle. What is this?
What's the miracle?
He performed a miracle by producing manna with the appearance of flour and oil with the fragrance of nectar which overflowed from his tomb.
Wow.
Whoa! So when he died, is that why they wanted the bones? They're like, oh,
You
if we have
know
the bones,
what
they'll
we
give us
we
food.
can get.
Like, I mean, if we have his bones specifically, they'll give us mana, and our
I,
house will smell great.
all I can hear is fee fi fo fum and like I want to
I mix
grind their
the
bones into bread.
bones of my bread of my Englishman. Oh,
We are so like out of hand.
we're gonna get in trouble here, but it's okay
We
because
might.
we're just looking things around. Like, guys, if you did this on your own, you would come to this conclusion. I'm assuming as well. Like, this is. I mean, it's just got to take time to go and do it. I think. You know what I mean? And now that we
It's
have the
just
internet, now it's just a whole new world. You know what I mean? With
so
AI
wait
and
now. Wait, it's the flag of Scotland, right?
yeah, St. Andrew's cross is on the flag of Scotland because he is this patron saint of Scotland. And there's a few reasons, which we're not sure which one is the real one. But I like the one where the guy was like shipwrecked and he like landed at this spot and made a church there. That sounds really cool. In 340.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
let's talk about the homeboy, huh? You guys, you down? Is it okay to move on?
yeah. I was,
It's okay. We don't have
yeah,
to. You got something
I
else?
was, no, I was looking at the flag of Scotland because I thought it's either the flag of Scotland has a unicorn on it or it's Ireland. One of those flags has a unicorn on it. And I was like, what's going on there? But, uh,
What is up with the unicorn?
well,
I'm sure. Did we have them back in the day? Dragons, unicorns. I mean, there's dragons on. There's dragons on flags. When
wait,
they
a
not put
unicorn is Scotland's national animal. And so the unicorn is depicted with Scotland. I just
That's
thought it
the
was
national
interesting.
animal.
Yeah, they got a unicorn with with the cross of Saint Andrew draped over it. So the
Oh,
unicorn and Saint Andrew together in the same. That's Scotland. That's Scotland for you. I want to go to Scotland more than ever now. Okay, next.
hold on. Now you've got me down a rabbit hole. Now I have to ask, why is there a unicorn on the Scottish flag? Scottish features a unicorn on its royal coat because it represents fierce independence, purity, and power. In ancient myths, the unicorn is the strongest and wildest of all animals. The Scots chose it as their national animal because the creature is untamable and would rather die than be captured. Solid. Solid. Coming in solid, Google. Thanks, Google. We're not sponsored by Google, by the way.
Thanks, Google. Oh,
All righty. The next person we have flying up. He hung around for a long time, though. They just couldn't get rid of him. It's our boy, the beloved John.
you have, he's in a bath.
That is not a bath. That is a boiling water of oil.
Oh,
And that is a famous painting that we upped again with AI. So now, traditional death is natural death after exile. Isn't that interesting? So John traditionally is described as the only member of the 12 to die naturally, possibly at an advanced age in Ephesus. So a later story says that he survived being placed in a boiling oil pitch before being exiled to Patmos. That claim is not found in the New Testament and is difficult to verify. But what boiling oil would actually do? Now, if someone were immersed in genuinely boiling oil, survival would be extraordinarily unlikely. Oil can reach temperatures far above boiling water, and it would cause immediate full thickness burns, destruction of the skin and underlying tissue, catastrophic fluid loss, intense inflammatory shock, airway burns, it fumes or hot oil reaches the face, a severe infection if the person initially survived. So scientifically, either the event did not occur as later described, the oil was not at full temperature immersion, or the immersion was brief or partial, or the tradition was intended as a miracle story, or it was a miracle. So the boiling oil account should not be treated as a ordinary medical survival. At the temperature suggested by the story, massive burns and shock would normally be fatal. So John's experience may have been psychologically unique. If the traditional chronology is roughly correct, he may have lived decades after many other apostles have died.
yeah.
Ooh, I think it happened personally.
So I'm just saying, probably learned the healing skill from Jesus. Probably healed a few people and then gets thrown in the oil and just turns the skill on himself and just heals himself the whole time he's in the oil. No worries there.
And
That's
then
wild.
more babies. I don't know what's with the
Yeah.
naked baby angels, but whatever.
Those babies are not biblically correct. But okay. Get some more wood.
He's like, get more
Theophilus.
woods, dude. Get more wood. He's having a jacuzzi.
He's chilling in there. He's just chilling. Like, yeah, I don't know. I've thrown my chicken and potatoes in boiling oil, and like they're done in a minute or two.
You threw a live chicken?
No. Like my chicken dinner, winter chicken dinner. No, I don't. I do throw my live chickens, but not in a hot oil. Just into their cage
Get them
for the
around.
night.
Just move, guys.
Yeah. Here's a pot of boiling oil. Jump in there, guys. I
Any
have
takes on
taken
John?
this Bible here, this one here, gives you the dates when all the different books were written, and it does say that Revelation was written about AD 98. And so that puts it at towards the end of John's life. He was supposedly the youngest of all the disciples. I know there's a scripture that talks about, there is some conspiracies that come out. There's a short sentence where Jesus says, "What's it to you if John should stay alive till I come back?" or something similar to that, which would lead some people to believe that John was going to live forever. There's some people out there that think John is still walking the earth. I know that there was a church built on top of John's supposed grave. And yeah, so there's the original one. Yeah, I like the Gemini one way better. Bro on the right looks like some hot oil splashed in his face.
This guy looks.
Wait,
Like,
what's the guy? Wait, the guy right behind him looks like he has like I'm pointing. Looks like he has like glasses. He's like investigating. He's got the Mr. Peanut monocle.
He said, "What is going on here? What is this? Is very peculiar, sir." He looks like he's enjoying a nice little warm, jazzery bath. Yeah, sir. I'm not sure what I'll do here next. I'm not sure who that guy
oil was originally for my chicken.
I wonder what he looks like in the Gemini painting. Let's see if we can
see it.
Back
looks like a yeah.
I gotta go pull it up. Oh, here it is. Oh no, he's there too. Okay, let's see here. Let me flip this on. I'm gonna switch this.
The old switcheroo.
The old. I don't know if it allows me to switcheroo this. Hold on. Let me.
I love how you're maintaining the accent.
I know. I don't know why I'm doing that anymore, to be honest. Here it is. Oh, share a different screen window. Here we go. There. He's chilling.
Oh, he is there.
Like, what is going on? And look, this guy looks even more dastardly.
He's so upset because this is his job.
Like, this is supposed to work, and it's not. And look at this guy. What's he doing? He's like, they're looking.
What
over
is he
here.
holding?
It's like a giant pill.
What is that?
What is that? Hold on. Let's.
Okay, I do have. Oh, it would be. I don't know.
It would be. I don't know. Okay, let's.
I don't know.
Back at the other painting now to see what that looks like.
John,
this is very interesting.
John looks awesome though, right there. John looks
great. He looks like Michael Fassbender.
He comes out like with a better skin. Oh, thanks for exfoliating.
Thank you for that oil. Yeah, what is this? What is he holding?
I don't know.
What?
I wish you could put that image like into Google search, like image search.
What is this?
And ask AI, what is the object the Roman soldier is holding behind John? And it's like the declaration that threw him. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Sleeping bag.
I had an idea, but that's not. It doesn't.
What
fit
do you think
idea.
it is? What do you think it is?
Well, there's this mysterious object that shows up on our money, and in different ancient paintings like this and that. It's on several different pieces, but it looks like a bundle of sticks, and then there's like it's really long. Looks like a bundle of sticks, and then there's an axe on one end. And so there's been all this like discrepancy about what this thing really is. And so when I saw that, I thought, oh, for sure that's what it is because I saw it in the original. But no, it doesn't quite fit with the.
Does anybody know what this might be? Can someone get a comment? What is this pencil-looking thing? I almost feel like is it a stack of wood?
It's got writing on it though, and
and I'm just like, this guy has all the wood over to the left, right? So like, but like, what is? And there nobody else has this, right? And who's this guy over on the tree?
The plume.
The tree
hunter.
Wait,
they all have the red, black, and white plume. Signifying their authority in the Roman army.
He's just looking he's
looking at his he's looking at his buddy on the other side of the oil. He's like,
look at him. What's this guy doing? Just touching? Like, come
Is
on,
this
dude.
thing hot?
Is
Is
this
this hot?
on?
Is this even hot? Just
This on?
burns his hand.
What's this guy doing down here? Yeah, he's doing the same thing. It's hilarious, dude. I love how AI is able to take this and make it so. I don't know. Look at him. He's looking. He's looking very, very tranquil, and
He's
everyone
seen his
else
buddy's face.
looks so
Yeah.
peculiar. Everyone's like, "What is this? What is going on?" I love it. Okay, all right, okay, guys. I think we've boiled John's story enough here.
Love you, John.
I do like how we can go back and forth now. I figured that out. We can put two pictures
All right.
side by side. That's fun.
All
All right. And now, shall we talk about Philip?
Dude, your list is going along with my list.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's like we coordinated this.
It's like we planned.
All right. So let me find the picture of Philip. So Philip was. I don't want to say it too loud. I believe this is Philip. Hold on. Let me double check. I don't want to give you something that's not real. This is. Okay, good, got it. Poor Philip. Okay. All right. All right.
No.
Crucifixion by hanging or execution at Hierapolis. Philip is strongly associated with Hierapolis in modern Turkey, also known as Turkey back in the day. But traditions conflict. Some say that he was crucified, perhaps upside down. Others say that he was suspended or killed after confronting local religious authorities. If crucified, the psychological process would resemble Peter's or Andrew's: nerve injuries, severe muscular strain, dehydration, impaired respiration, circulatory shock. If he were suspended by the ankles, or in some traditions implied he was inverted position, could cause facial swelling, headaches, pressure behind the eyes, confusion, and eventually circulatory or respiratory failure. An inverted victim would feel pressure building in the head while the weight of the torso pulled against the hips, knees, ankles, or restraints. Over time, circulation and breathing would progressively deteriorate. A tomb complex at ancient Hierapolis has been associated with Philip, but identification of remains or the exact circumstances of his death remain debated. So this is a famous painting of him again. That was again we redid in AI. So
Mom brought the baby to the execution. Lady,
whoa,
what are you doing?
Look at her just staring just right at the painting, like just like very, very oh yeah, and it's in there, it's in the painting too. So check it out. Oh, man. So sad, man. I know today's a sad
it
show,
looks like,
folks.
It looked like, he would have suffocated. Breathing slowing down, you'd slowly suffocate then, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. And if he was upside down, so this is the AI, which I really like a lot, and this is the famous painting. And look, there's the mom, the baby. That's
and
weird.
The demon in the background.
Yeah, look at that. What is this? What do we see there? Oh gosh, he just looks angry. Like an angry guy. Oh, is that a clown? Look at the shirt. Almost looks like a clown. It's interesting what AI picks up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's angry that his wife brought their baby to the execution. And what's with the guy on the right? He's just leaning on his elbow like it's a play.
Yeah, he's
what
like,
do we have going on here? See?
What's going on here? I'm ready. I want to watch this death. This guy's been really annoying. Maybe that's the guy he annoyed. And he's watching it. There's another picture of Philip. And this is another one.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
Again, the lady with the baby.
Yeah. Huh,
or the child.
Somebody must have been there. Right?
What if that was, oh God, I don't want to think that was like his wife and child.
And his kid? Did he have a kid?
I don't know. I can't.
I don't know if there's any way to even validate, right?
No.
Validate. Yeah, that's just, yeah. So Saint Philip. Shout out to Saint Philip, guys.
Love you, Saint Philip. Can't wait to see you on the other side, buddy. You can straighten us out on what really happened.
And if you didn't know this, Hierapolis, guys, it actually is has a beautiful natural spring of like saltwater baths, like jacuzzi style. Like that's what that city is known for. Because I was just watching a documentary about it.
Is it? What's its modern location? Do we know?
I believe that that's the name of it. Let's see. What's the modern Metropolis in modern day? I believe it's still there.
It's in Turkey. Oh yeah.
Anatolia,
Oh wow.
Belagria. Yeah, so I believe it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's actually
Wow.
legit. If you guys ever see any of these here, we'll put up some picture up here. You can see this. And yeah, there's these like thermal baths over here that it was like all based on, and that's kind of where it had its fame from.
Oh yeah, there's
Very
people bathing in that today.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
See, here we go. Yeah, the turkey. Yeah. No,
Yeah. Looks like Yellowstone.
Yeah. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Nice. People are cool. People know where to go. People know how to hang out. People know how to get the best out of the world. I love it.
People know how to hang out as they hang him to die.
Oh well, I meant more like people know like cool places to find to inhabit. But yeah, you're right. They probably had fun watching him hang as well. Especially
They're
that
all
one guy. He's like, oh, here's
jeez.
another one. Well, literally, that's probably their entertainment, right? To watch people like public hangings and gladiator
No
stuff,
TV.
and like, I'm surprised that the Olympics didn't involve people killing each other first. They're like, let's do the Olympics before the Olympics, where everyone like Squid Games, you know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, this is too intense. Let's lower it down. Let's not kill each other.
Yeah.
Let's play football. That's really what they are, right?
The wrestlers back in the original were all oiled up and naked, so there's that.
There's that. Talk about entertainment,
right.
Huh?
We don't want you guys to kill each other. We just want you to get oiled up and then wrestle with each other.
Just wrestle really roughly. Really roughly and do it slower. Slower, I said! All right, so here we go. Here now it's gonna start getting a little more intense.
This is the wildest episode we've done so far. And we've touched on some pretty wild stuff.
So this is the one that I thought was going to give a different picture, but it gave this one. So remember I mentioned that?
Who's this? Yeah, who's this?
This one's Bartholomew.
Bartholomew? Yeah.
Yes. So if anybody knows Saint Bartholomew.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Whoa.
And it showed it. Yes. Okay, here, I'm going to put them side by side so we can...
just a little hint. He's the patron of tanners.
Oh, you don't say. I wonder why.
Oh, that's why Michelangelo painted him in the Sistine Chapel that way.
Yes, and whose face that is? Michelangelo's.
On Bartholomew? We're gonna have to check that out. Show us what you got so far, and then let's look at Michelangelo's painting of him too.
Here we go.
Brace yourselves, guys.
Ready for this? Okay, so this is the old oil painting. Okay, this is the original old school one. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm nervous.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so here we go. Bartholomew flayed and then beheaded. All right, so the best known account says Bartholomew was flayed alive, meaning his skin was removed and then beheaded. Other accounts simply describe beheaded or another form of execution. What flaying would medically do? The skin is not merely a covering. It regulates temperature. It holds fluids inside the body and it blocks infection. And it contains an enormous network of pain receptors and blood vessels. So, removing that large areas of skin would cause extreme pain, bleeding from thousands of small vessels, rapid fluid loss, inability to regulate body temperature, and severe shock. High risk of infection. If the flaying were partial, the victim might remain conscious for some time. If it were extensive, shock and blood loss would become increasingly severe. Later beheading, if that occurred, would end the execution rapidly. The horror of flaying was not simply the pain. The skin is essential to circulation, temperature control, and the protection from infection. Removing it turns the body's largest organ into one enormous traumatic wound. Michelangelo depicted Bartholomew in the Last Judgment holding his own skin. The face on the hanging skin is often interpreted as Michelangelo's self-portrait. Now,
So AI
here
did this.
is the AI one that it said it wasn't going to do because it was too intense, but it made it. So,
Oh, AI.
oh AI, oh AI.
I like how he has skin on his hand and his hand is hanging, but horrible. Like I've always heard, like in like in the medieval movies and stuff, I'll have you flayed alive, and it's like, okay,
So it did the painting, which I'm super grateful for. But let's
wow,
take a look at them side by side, right?
wow. With the beach in the background, it just throws the mood.
It's got somebody out there. I think it's like all these angels like are kind of part of this, right? They're
What
like
is he holding?
dropping
Oh wait,
like an orb.
the AI made another painting, another picture in that.
Whoa.
What? What is AI doing? Does it know something we don't?
I know, right? It's like taking these and this is one, guys, I'm telling you, that it said it wasn't going to do. What is that, dude? We're finding all kinds of crazy, weird stuff. And it's two of them on a cloud, right? What else do we have here? Yeah,
AI was like, I was there.
he's
Oh,
like,
he got the
I know
dude's
how to.
suit. Oh yeah, that's like the mad suit they put that on you,
Oh
huh?
my
Are
god!
just
Could you
horrific.
imagine just
No, I don't have to imagine. You've got it. You've got it all in color in front of me.
and then
And
this
like
guy?
who's this where does this guy come around where he's like, oh, you know, he's at the tavern for the night and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm the king's
Oh, I'm the Flayer.
flayer.
I'm the King's Flayer. I'm a King Flayer. You know who is that guy? And they just poor guy, poor
Or
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
He
Wasn't
got
he
it
the
bad.
one that was wait, wasn't he the one that was elected to come in place of Judas?
I believe so. Yeah, and he was actually one of the most scholarly of all of them, besides Matthew.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
And so check this out. This is another one of him, a famous painting. So this is the one.
Jeez.
This is the one that I actually. It said that it was going to make for me, but it looked like his arms were just like it was just like cloth, like clothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was, but then it was like, oh, you really want the good stuff? I gotcha.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, that's crazy, man. Gemini's nuts, man. It was like, nah, you can't do it. And then you download it, and it gives you the real one. I was like, what's going on?
Okay.
That's crazy.
What's Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel?
So it's the Last Judgment. Last Judgment.
There's going to be some weird stuff in this painting. There's
Oh
a
my
lot.
gosh.
There's a
Wow,
lot
this
going
is
on in this painting.
giant. You
Yeah.
should
there's
let
a-
me do. You should let me put this in Gemini, and see what it'll do.
All right. No.
No, you shall not. No, yeah. So Saint Bartholomew in the Last Judgment, he is holding his own skin, and a lot of people say that his face, Michelangelo's face, is he used that Bartholomew's skin.
Why do they say that?
I think it was something about he sees himself as he couldn't even be as courageous as Bartholomew was to his death. You know, I think that was the elation to it. I really want to put this in there, so I'm going to put this in there, and I want to see what is weird, man. We stumbled upon this. This was not the AI is pulling out these crazy things from oil paintings that we never even looked at. What's that? What is that? What was that mirror thing? What do you think? What's your gut as a seer? What's your gut?
Okay, so I immediately thought of there's another painting.
Yeah.
There's another painting that a guy did. It's like the most detailed painting in history, and in the background of the painting there's a black mirror. and there's a certain period of time where all these black mirrors are shown, and they're like a round black, like half semicircle ball mirror, and then in that is the reflection of the actual painting with the painter in it. And so immediately that's where I went, is that he was holding some kind of ball that had the reflection of what was going on in
That's
there. But
interesting you say that, because in special effects in movies for CGI, there's actually a tool, and it is like a mirror ball that you put in, and that allows the person to see where the lighting is hitting in a certain direction, so that they're able to know what the whole room is doing, so they can recalibrate all the
wow.
lighting. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I wonder if there's anything
Super
to that.
interesting.
Now I'm going to bring up a conspiracy. This is not necessarily what I believe, but this is something that's been floating, no pun intended, around. Is that when Donald Trump was almost assassinated, attempted to be assassinated, the first time, there apparently is video of a small circular thing, like what they're holding, flying around during this time. And I always
Really?
thought, yes, and I always thought, I wonder what that is, and maybe it is something with the looking glass. So
Yes.
there was this sort of
Oh,
folklore that goes around saying that the elite have this machine that's able to look into the future of probabilities, and it's able to look into the past in historical terms, like actually go and see, like, oh, Valley of Forge, and it actually like visualizes, almost like an iPad, right? But it's ancient, I guess. And so they were able to look at different timelines, and they were able to look at possibilities in the future. And one of the things was, like, maybe this was one of those machines that was able to go back, record what was going on at that moment, so people could go back and watch it in history. Almost like the idea of,
to see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha.
almost like
Like,
the CBS symbol. It's like an
yeah,
eye, like
yeah,
a
yeah.
circle eye,
Yeah. The
or
all-seeing
like
eye.
maybe it's like a little, like, or in Flubber, which I always love Flubber with Robin Williams.
Oh,
He has this little robot that flies around him that he's able to talk to, and she, like, is in love with him and all this jazz. Like, yeah, it's an interesting Disney movie, but he has this
the
robot that flies around. So I'm like, I always think that once we figure out the propulsion thing, where we don't need to have propellers necessarily, like, like an airplane, but it could be a circle and still fly. I feel like we would have those all the time, like little circle cameras that could fly around and shoot, like, reality shows and stuff. You don't need a camera guy right there. Like, I think they do
yeah.
movies. They've had movies that have this sort of technology,
Yep.
like Minority
Yep.
Report had it, Running Man, The Running Man had it.
Love the Running
Um,
Man.
yeah,
I
have you
love
seen the
the
new one?
first one. I love the new one.
The new one's
I
great.
I if you just go for it, it's really good.
It's really good.
Really
It's
enjoyed it.
exciting. It's
Really enjoyed it.
fun. It's snappy.
It
Michael
is.
Cera's really good in it.
It's great. Yeah, it's
And
great.
yeah,
It's
what's his name? I forgot his name. I want to give him a shout out. I think he's really good.
the guy that plays Thanos.
No, Josh Brolin. No, Josh Brolin's great, but no, the guy who plays the main guy, the Running Man.
Oh, no idea
Uh,
what his name is.
Dude, he was in Top Gun. He's a big deal now. Oh, he did that football show where he plays kind of like this guy, like Miss Doubtfire thing, where he pretends to be somebody else because he's kicked out of the league, and he comes back and he, like, wins like a college championship game as somebody else. What is his
No
name?
idea.
I got
No
to find it.
idea.
Hold on. Who
Okay.
plays? Hold on. What's his name?
Down
What
down
was
the
he in?
rabbit trail.
Now we
The
gotta
Running
find it.
Man.
On my mind.
The
Yeah,
Running.
I gotta look now, or else I'm gonna be bad. Glenn Powell.
Uh,
Shout out Glenn Powell. You
Shout
never
out to
know.
Glenn.
He might watch our thing. Okay. Let's move
Loves
on.
it. Wants to be on the show. It's him and
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Nathan Reynolds. Nathan Reynolds. Those
Nathan
are the two
Reynolds,
we're
friend
looking
of the
for.
show. And Glenn Powell, friend of the show.
Glenn Powell. You guys want to get on? Let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on. Wouldn't that be interesting?
And honestly, we're just filling time while Gemini processes.
You want to see what Gemini came up with this one? This is weird. I think it's mad at us now, dude. I think we caught on to it.
Is it making stuff up now?
Okay, you just want to watch this here? Just look at it. Tell me what you think, because it's weird.
Is this the Michelangelo one?
Yes, this is the Last Judgment.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see it. I've seen the Last Judgment before.
This is so weird, dude. Look.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, like it was like Satan got in here and was like, "No, I'm not showing you this."
No chronovisor for you, which, by the
Look at
way, is
this.
the Catholic Church's time machine.
What? That's what it's called? The
Yeah,
chronovisor?
yeah, and they're like, which is what they said the Catholic Church would use to look in and out of time,
Oh, that's
and
it. The
then
looking glass.
they're like, that doesn't exist, and then the Pope came out and made it illegal, that you could get excommunicated if anyone used the chronovisor. There it is. Yeah, there we
Wait,
go.
he said it though? He said
Yeah.
that?
Yes, one of the last few
What?
popes made it. You can get excommunicated from the church should you use the chronovisor, and we're all like, I thought that wasn't a thing.
Wait, he said that. Hold on, chronovisor.
This is why the show usually takes about 2 hours.
The chronovisor is a legendary purported time viewing device developed by Italian Benedictine monk and scientist Father Pellegrino Inerti in the 1960s. Inerti claimed the machine used an antenna to detect and reconstruct electromagnetic radiation and sound waves left behind by historical events, essentially allowing
Echoes.
users to watch the past on a television like screen. Oh, what? The builders
Yeah,
at Nardi claimed the device was built with the help of 12 prominent scientists, including Nobel laureate and Enrico Fermi and rocket scientist Werner von Braun. Historical sightings. Inerti purported to have used this machine to witness speeches of Cicero, the founding of Rome, and even the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The controversy. The Vatican has never confirmed the device's existence, and the legend is widely regarded by historians and scientists as a hoax. Skeptics note that a supposed photograph of Jesus released by Inerti closely resembled an existing statue in an Umbrian church, and the machine's blueprints closely mirrored science fiction concepts of the era. Wait, he took a picture? Wait,
yes.
Inerti took a picture?
Yeah, you can look up the picture, and it resembles. There's one that resembles a painting, and one that resembles another statue that's already in existence. So they were saying that that he falsified the picture from the chronovisor from an already existing to try and sell what it does. Now look and see if there's any decrees by the Pope.
We should take this and put it in AI. This is the
Again,
photo.
this is the episode where
This
we
looks
are
fake.
looking at. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
here. Let me add. I don't. You're not looking at what I'm looking at. Sorry, I forgot. You should have told me.
Oh yeah. So that if you're looking at that center one. So yeah, that's a statue, and then that center one is a painting that already exists that's out there.
And this is a statue. This is not real.
No, they say
lied.
that picture is a statue. That's what they say.
This looks weird.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
but we
That it definitely doesn't look like a person.
no. But again, you're using 1960 tubes for a viewing monitor. So if you've ever seen a 1960 TV,
Oh yeah. You wouldn't even know. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
You just like see that, and you're like, yeah, that's it.
yeah, that's Jesus, and really, it's like some Italian plumber.
That they did like some play in the basement. All right. Well, I think it's time to move on. Thank
All
you,
right,
St.
so
Bartholomew, for getting flayed.
wait, can you show the original painting once more of Michelangelo? We can just have a look at of him
Well, I was
holding his
waiting
skin.
for that to they were. Okay, it redid it. Okay, cool. I got it. Let's see if it allows me to download it. Because you know how when you download it, it's a different thing on Gemini. Just because it says download doesn't mean you're going to get it.
I don't know.
Is Gemini a Ouija board, guys? Please tell me not, because I am going to get out of there. I don't want to be messing with Ouija boards.
What does Gemini really mean? What's the okay? Sorry.
It got me on this. I wonder what Gemini does mean, though. We should find that. Gemini is the twins. Astrology is the twin. Usually, if a girl is a Gemini, people say that she's like one person 1 minute, and then she's a whole other person, like in private or whatever.
So it's like an AI, then all of a sudden it's a demon prospect.
Something like that. Here we go. All right, so this is the Last Judgment by Michelangelo.
Wait. Gemini was formerly known as Bard.
What does that mean? That's a bad name.
There's his skin. He's holding his skin.
Wow. Look at that. Let's see what the original painting looks like, huh?
Everybody's got abs. Let's go. Lots of
Dude,
butts.
everyone's super buff.
L-
A lot of
Lots of.
nakedness. All dudes, by the way.
No, there's some boobs. There's some boobs there on the left.
Let's switch the scene to the entire boom. Here we go. All right, so
Yeah. Oh, he's just holding a skin suit.
yeah, look at that. Who's behind him?
Wait, look, is that a demon down to the lower right? Looks like he's got a horn. Wait, go to the original. Go to the original. Down to the right, yes, right there. See the three heads together? That one looks like it's got a horn coming out of it.
Where are we looking at? Three heads together?
Yeah, right there in the
Right
center
here?
with the green. Yeah, the guy in the green. Maybe it comes through a lot clearer on. What is that? An alien? What is that? Mars Attacks? What is going on there? What is that? Wait, what is that cloak? Is there a face in the fold of the cloak? What is
Yeah,
with
like
these
right
guys?
there. There's like something there. There's something there. What is this? Not sure what that. Oh, that's a head. That's the back of a head.
Okay.
Or maybe that's his. That's an arm. There's an arm coming here. What is going on here, Michelangelo? What was he doing? What was he thinking? Because I feel like these are all the last
Oh,
judgments.
what
These are all everybody
what
dying.
what tool is that curved spiked weapon that what's going on there? Oh, there's you know who that is? That's his shoulder blades. That's it. He's got his bones back. Uh the patron saint of
Oh,
Scotland, Saint Andrew. He's
Andrew.
holding his bones. Wait, the AI made it different than the original. The original,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
got some.
He's got like
Oh, okay.
some sort of blocks or whatever.
Wait, it changed right there. Oh, okay. Oh, geez. All right, doesn't know how to do hands. There's a two-headed snake. It was a hand in the original. They made it a two-headed snake.
This, yeah. Oh, again, is it like what is it? Oh, look at this one right here. The girl right there.
Yeah.
This guy hiding in the back. It is quite apocalyptic. This guy didn't
Yeah,
get
well,
along.
it's
Okay.
wait, wait. Did it put a face on that guy's crotch? Go
Where?
down. Just straight down. Right there.
This one?
Yeah. That looks like a little guy's face. It's got little eyes and a mouth.
It's a skull.
What are you doing, Gemini?
It's
What
a
do you
skull.
just stick to the
Just stick to the
basics.
script. Skip to
Just stick to the
script.
script. What are you doing?
Like, what is this? What is he holding? A key?
Yeah,
I wish I
it
knew that
changes
everybody was.
it changes the items from AI to the
And
original.
is this Jesus? I'm assuming.
Jesus and Mary.
And look, she's like, "Don't touch me." She-
She's looking at him because he's naked. Back away with thee.
Don't touch me. Don't get so close. Why are
Take
you
your
so
two
naked?
boards.
Look at
Take
this
your
guy
two.
with two holiday hams over here.
Does is that the cross of Saint Andrew again?
I don't know. I don't know what he's holding, but everybody's so buff, and I feel very insecure right now. I need to start doing more wind sprints, dude.
Oh, dude, bear
Okay.
crawls coming up tomorrow.
Hey, look, this kind of looks like me in my
That.
face.
Oh no, we found you.
Look,
We
look,
found
look.
you
You
in the
ready?
past. Yep. Oh, that's it. That's it. You just need the Island Boy hairdo.
I am Island Boy. Where is he at in here? Oh, there he is. I don't know, dude. That looks like Lucifer. I'm just saying, it doesn't look
I
good,
don't know. There's a lot going on in this painting.
dude. There is a lot going on in this painting. Ooh, look at this guy.
What is this called again? Oh, what?
Last
Wait, go.
Judgment.
What is that? What is that guy? Wait, what's that guy in the middle
Whoa,
right there? What's
this
the
guy.
original? We got to see the original. Okay, there it goes. AI just didn't make it happen.
I mean, he doesn't look good either. Look at all the death, and it removed the
Yeah,
skeleton.
the guy in
Look,
the
it removed the
background
skeleton
screaming
over
because
there.
he's. So the guy in the background, I bet you,
What is this
is a.
guy doing? What is this guy doing? What is this guy
Uh,
doing to this
we're
guy?
gonna keep moving. Keep moving. Oh my gosh.
This is where all the dead people are.
Yep, judgment's down below. And they're like gray and deathly and sick. Oh. You notice how all the guys up above have their junk covered, and then everybody who's in damnation is got their
Super
wiener
open,
hanging
and
out.
they got everything.
Yeah.
It's
Shows you
kind of
that
white.
shows you they're uncircumcised. They don't have the covenant. Everybody's just flying. They're just flying.
You got to admit, guys,
Getting
this
up.
is pretty crazy stuff. Look at this. Who's that guy hiding in the clouds?
It's just a minister praying, one of the cloud of witnesses.
Look at that, though. Wasn't able to get that.
Yeah, it's missing. The original's awesome. Whew. It's almost
Nuts.
like you would have to take sections of the original and then put it in and be like,
Right, yeah, do this one, do this one, do this one. Look at him. He's beating them in the ship. Look at this demon beating these people in the ship.
He looks like an orc.
Yeah.
Look at the ears and the green. Yeah.
Like,
Wait, what's behind the orc? It's like some weird cloud? Okay.
Maybe his wings or something? Okay, because this is there.
Oh, look at dude peeking. No, wait, go back to the cross. Look at dude in the lower left peeking out of the cave.
Oh. Look at
And
that.
it's a snake in that one.
How it's not able to I don't know. It's like it takes the demonic faces and it turns them into like Christopher Nolan style monsters. Isn't that interesting? Look at that though. Like everybody in a boat. Just where are they going? Oh, that's where they're going. Oh, that's where they're going.
The lake of fire.
Dude, this is a crazy story, no? It's like you follow this painting and gosh, so okay, interesting. All right, okay. Let's keep it moving. The next person to talk is Saint Thomas. The signs, Saint Thomas's pictures. Saint Thomas the Apostle, also known as Doubting Thomas. Apparently, he was stabbed with a spear from behind.
The Indian apostle?
He went to
He evangelized Partha and Malabar coast? St. Thomas Christians.
Apparently, St. Thomas.
He was run through with a spear or lance on a hill, which is now called St. Thomas Mount.
I don't think it allowed me to do the spearing for some reason. Oh, nope, no, it did. I got it. Okie doke. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Somebody just shrugged their shoulders and they're like, I got nothing better going on.
Whatever.
You're like, yeah, you just keep wiping that counter. All right. You keep going and doing what you do. Wow, that is
crazy, right?
That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
So Eastern mission and association with India, the ancient and significant tradition, exact circumstances of his death are uncertain, and death by a spear widely repeated tradition. So Thomas is traditionally believed to have traveled east and established Christian communities in India. The exact geographic extent of his mission remains debated, but the tradition is old and deeply rooted among St. Thomas Christians. So what spear wounds would do? A spear thrust to the chest could penetrate a lung, the heart, the aorta, major pulmonary vessels, the liver. If entering lower down, a punctured lung could produce pneumothorax, where air enters the chest cavity and collapses the lung. If pressure continued building, it could push the heart and remaining lung aside, causing rapid cardiovascular failure. Whoa. A spear through the heart or aorta could cause catastrophic internal bleeding and death within minutes. If several spears were used, the combined damage would drastically accelerate blood loss and shock. A spear entering the chest might leave surprisingly little blood on the outside, while the chest cavity silently fills with blood, and the lung collapses from within. Thomas is remembered for doubting the resurrection, yet tradition portrays him as the apostle who traveled one of the greatest distances to proclaim it. So
Let's go, Thomas. Hats off to you, buddy.
He took it, man, and he got the Indians did not like him apparently for his mission. Let's take a look at the go ahead and take a look at the full old picture. And if we remember this correctly, because God always does kind of he always has an interesting way of always coming around. He was doubting Thomas. He was the one that needed to put his finger in a certain spot.
Jesus' side?
And he died of a spear to the side. Quite interesting.
Interesting. Great. Thomas. I love that. Great connection.
Thomas, thank you so much. Matthew, shall we move on?
Yes. Matthew.
Matthew. Traditional death, stabbing, sword, burning, or natural death. Historical confidence is very low regarding the manner of his death altogether. Traditions about Matthew conflict sharply, depending on the source. He was stabbed in the back, killed with a sword, burned, beheaded, or allowed to die naturally. Now, this is a perfect example of why this episode we need to have evidence ratings, right? So this one is, if stabbed from behind, a blade entering the upper back could strike a lung, the heart, depending on the angle, the aorta, the liver, or the kidney. Lower down, a lung injury might cause coughing of the blood, difficulty breathing, and internal hemorrhage. Damage to the aorta could cause extremely rapid death. And if burned, severe burns can kill through inhalation of hot gases and smoke, swelling that closes the airway, massive fluid loss, shock, infection several days later. Matthew's death cannot responsibly be constructed as a simple known event, but we can explain the traditions. And honestly, it requires us the truth requires us to say that the evidence does not establish which or any of these are accurate. So
yeah, kind of murky.
Have you heard any specifics of how Matthew died? Because I feel like he's like one of the most like hard to find out.
The only thing I got is that he was that might differ from yours was that he was slain with a sword in Ethiopia.
Right. Okay. So I have a picture here that it did do of the martyr of Saint Matthew. This is a famous rendition.
You know, it would be interesting one time to just take the AI, and have one of the AIs, take all the information, historical document and known, ideas on how this apostle died and make me a prompt so I can put it in the Gemini. And then you could generate our own.
Well, the thing is that it doesn't generate them dying because it doesn't allow you to. It like cuts, it says no, I can't make unsafe images. So that's why I took like these famous oil paintings and was like, take this famous oil painting and just make it real.
What did they look like right before they were martyred?
Yeah, what was their face like? So check this out.
Dude on the floor is upset this just happened.
So I think this is him. This is Matthew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so where are they at here? Where did he went to Ethiopia? Or where did he die? We don't know, right?
No, he preached in Ethiopia and Persia. But we don't know where he died, which place. It differs whether it was sword, spear, stabbing, burning, or he just
could have been in Persia though, too.
Yeah, yes, could have been in Persia.
And look at this angel looks like he's got a string.
Why is he on a string? He's on a string.
Whee! It's like a play.
AI, I got to make this real.
Let's make this real. He can't fly. Let's put him on a string. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He's ready to go. He's like, no more talking about this. Matthew, you're done. Very interesting.
You took too many taxes from me. It's like an old debt that he did settle.
Oh, revenge?
It was a revenge death.
That would have been messed up.
You took my family's farm before you became a believer. That's off to you, Matthew. Thank you for writing your book. Appreciate you.
Yeah, seriously, one of the most scholarly. James, son
on the
of
list.
Alphaeus,
also known as James the
Lesser. Not because he was less in person, but probably because he was either younger or shorter.
Nice.
And don't forget, James was also John's brother, who we already covered, and he was killed by a behead.
The other son of Zebedee.
The other son of Zebedee. The one that he didn't like as much, apparently. I'm just kidding. I just made that up. Just sounded funny. All right. So,
sorry,
traditional
guys.
death, uncertain. Historical confidence, very low. James, son of Alphaeus, is one of the least documented apostles. Traditions sometimes say he was crucified, stoned, or beaten, but there are no strong consensuses. Do not confuse him with James, the brother of Jesus. Josephus reports that James, the brother of Jesus, who was called Christ, was condemned and stoned around AD 62. So later, Christian tradition adds that this James was thrown from a high place and survived the fall and was then stoned and was finally struck in the head with a club. Those details are associated with James the Just, not securely with James the son of Alphaeus. So what stoning does, and not that kind of stoning, you heathens. Stoning. Oof, this is intense.
Produces dry mouth and red eyes.
Yes, I want to get a picture of this because I think we do have one of these. Okay, this is Saint Matthias. James, oh gosh, James Lester. Oh man, yikes! It's so intense, guys. All right, one minute. All right. Oof. All right. Okay, here we go. Poor James. All right, so ancient stoning.
What is that? A wizard? Yeah, sorry, is that a? Sorry, is that a wizard?
So you want to see the original painting?
No, go ahead.
Because it just takes the painting.
Because it looks like the angels behind him have like bat wings.
Oh yeah, look at those. Okay, so ancient stoning did not necessarily mean people throwing small rocks from a distance. It could involve pushing the victim from an elevated place, dropping or throwing large stones, or striking the head and torso repeatedly. Death could result from skull fractures, brain hemorrhage, broken ribs, punctured lungs, internal bleeding, and spinal injury. What a club blow does to the head would do. A heavy blow could fracture the skull and tear blood vessels around the brain. Even without an open wound, blood collecting inside the skull could compress the brain and cause death. A person might remain alive after a fall or several stone strikes, but a heavy club blow to the skull could fracture the bone and produce catastrophic brain injury with illness. Now, I mean, this kind of feels a little bit comic-ish, but imagine being held upside down and then having people beat you to death with clubs.
Yeah, still not good.
Now, do you want to see the old painting?
I'm just worried that guy in all the full armor would steamroll me. Steamroller. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's just to say the least. What's a steamroll? What is that?
Where you just like lay down flat and you roll over somebody? Steamroller. But he's all in armor, so it just like squishes you.
Who has done
slowly
that?
Budge. You haven't done that?
No.
Oh man. As kids, we used to just steamroll each other all the time. It was like a wrestling move.
check this out. This is
That's the original.
No. This is another one. I'll show you the
Oh,
original, but this is another.
that's
famous.
really bad. His
It wouldn't let me do this one.
Yeah,
Like his
well, I can
brains
see
are on
why.
the side of the.
Yeah. Who paints that? Look at that guy's hat. Wait, look
And
at his
look at
hat.
him though. Is that
Yeah.
who is that guy?
Okay, he's
that.
wearing the breastplate of the high priest.
And he's got like a crescent moon hat, which almost looks
You know
like
where else you see that crescent? You know where else you see that crescent moon?
Vikings
On top of every
Muslim
Islamic
nations.
mosque.
Yeah, the crescent moon. Yeah. So look at him just kicking him, making sure he's dead, and they just beat him with. This is the other one. This is the one that this one's made.
Oh yeah, so there is a wizard. Okay.
There is a wizard. You're a wizard. What's this guy doing?
That's a Jedi Knight who's traveled from a far, far galaxy away to come see what's going on. He's in his brown cloak. Hey, did you know
it added like morning stars to it?
Yeah, it did, because the other ones look just a club.
Those silver balls are back again, man.
Jeez, here we go. Hey, I know something. Did you know, as long as we're talking about bludgeoning in the head, that they have a hammer? It's called the Pope's hammer. That when a pope expires, they have a hammer that they hit him in the head with to make sure that he is not just sleeping.
Well, if they hit him with a hammer, isn't he going to be dead? Like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to kill him.
Feel free to look up the Pope's hammer.
He's already dead. What?
It's like flat on one side and spiked on the other. I think you have to 1-2 it. The Pope's hammer.
The Pope. Gosh, it looks like a. Oh my gosh, and he's like looking at it. Ugh! What? That's the. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at it. So people can see.
I like the white and gold one in the lower left
looking
corner.
At it.
Oh, this is what you're gonna hit me with?
He's like, you're
No,
gonna.
he's presenting him to him. It's the hammer and sickle from Russia. This is the Russian Orthodox peace offering. Geez, they put Jesus on it.
He's like, I'm not even Russian.
Wait, go back one page. Go back one page. There we go. Down just a little bit. There's that white one. There you go. That's
this one.
Yeah, that would be like
a death hammer.
Yeah.
They just give him a little bump bump. Hello, are you there? Hello, sir. Are you here?
Out of all the holy relics, that would be an interesting one to have on your Batman belt.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want one just to be made for me. I start selling the papal death hammers and have them blessed by like the top people we know. And it becomes like Nathan. We need to get Nathan Reynolds one of these.
He'd put some rocks on it.
I've seen his water stone on it.
I've seen his water bottle. He's got all kinds of stones glued to it.
He's got stones glued to his water bottle?
Yeah, in one of his podcasts that he does, he has this water bottle and there's different stones glued to it.
Pretty cool, actually. So, James, son of Alpheus?
Yes, good James.
You, sir. Man,
bless you, James. Appreciate you.
Got clubbed to death.
You and your brother.
Ooh. All right. Now, Jude, or also known as Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. Love Thaddeus.
And isn't that interesting that he was also killed kind of almost the same way with a club? I guess. Or
apparently guys were just grabbing whatever they had at hand.
Apparently they're like, hey, we just need to kill this guy. He's talking too much and he's doing miracles. And he's like, everybody's infatuated with him. Let me see.
The axe or club is his symbol.
Yes.
Martyred in Persia. There we go. Near Beirut. Let's go. I mean, not let's go. I apologize.
He said, let's go to Beirut.
But I'm just like, we know where that's at. Okay. Oh, he's at prayer. He's at the altar and they're just thumping him. What's with the one-legged statue that's falling over with the flag behind him?
It's probably like he's desecrated a tomb or something, right? Or he's praying in a old desecrated tomb, or I don't know. But that's there in the old one too.
What's with that guy's skinny hat? Is that the king in the white?
This
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. Man, he just looks like that guy doesn't have any weight to his club. It's like he would hit you with that and it wouldn't
Look
it
at this
would
skinny little crackhead guy. Like
yeah,
this
that's
guy
what I'm
back here,
saying.
he might, he might have something. I
Yeah.
don't know. The wiry ones. You got to watch out for the wiry ones. They're
That
strappy.
is true. That is true.
Yeah, this guy, he
I
looks like
wonder if there's any significance to the vegetation that's laying upon the ground. Like what is that? Is that some type of medicinal herbs that we should find and mix together? Like look at the yellow flower laying it up. Then we've got some. That would be interesting. I'm going to do a little deep dive on that in my own time and image Google search this painting and see what the floral and fauna are upon their feet. Very distinct that they are put in there. I'm always looking for stuff in old paintings. Very interesting though,
and it's
especially
interesting
with
that Gemini decided to make it all old and tattered and rocks everywhere. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I was there. Okay, Gemini, and the windows changed in the background. You see it change the windows?
It's like a big window, and these are kind of like smaller, like
Yeah.
more of the time, Renaissance time. Interesting. Okay, well, let's talk about him, huh? So Jude is often paired with Simon the Zealot in a missionary traditions involving Persia. So some accounts say that he was struck with a club, while artwork frequently shows him holding an axe or a bladed weapon. So that is which I would like to get Gemini to do a picture of this one. Look at this guy. Look at this guy in the back. He speared him. He looks like he's got a jester hat,
Yeah.
and look, the
And
jester
yeah,
got a
there
jester up here too. And you know
yeah,
what they
the
said
skinny
jesters
statue is
were?
there
Like
again.
the clowns, the jesters were actually like depictions of demons or Nephilim, right? Because that's what they like the red hair and like the weird makeup in the face and stuff like that. It like where
Bloody lips and the bloody
they
nose from
resembled eating it's just
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And Ronald McDonald's a what? Saying. So
What about all those Shriners driving around in their little cars, given the
what is
appearance that they were giants?
is that what that is?
Yeah, the Shriner clowns.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
the
that's right.
Messianic
Yeah.
group, and they
Yeah, they
do parades, and they have little cars, and so
little
when they get
cows.
in the car, they look
They
like
look big.
giants.
They look huge. I didn't think about that. That's a really good
Sit
point.
right in plain sight.
Right in plain sight. All right, so now the effects of blunt force trauma. A club striking in the skull. We've been over this a little. Skull fracture, brain bruising, bleeding around the brain, loss of consciousness, seizures, respiratory failure. Repeated strikes to the chest could fracture ribs and puncture the lungs. Blows to the abdomen could rupture the liver or spleen, causing fatal internal bleeding. If an axe was used, an axe combines blunt force with a cutting edge. A blow to the head or neck could fracture bone, sever vessels, and damage the brain or spinal cord. Blunt force execution kills not only through visible wounds, but through hidden damage, brain swelling, broken ribs, collapsed lungs, and internal organs rupturing beneath the skin. Man,
None of these.
St. Jude.
I mean, besides John getting an exfoliation bath and making it out, everybody else was brutally beaten.
The sword is maybe the easiest one if he was beheaded. That's maybe the most cleanest, but if they missed he missed.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, you take your shoulder off. But a lot of these, like, you would want to maim and mutilate and punish the guy as much as possible,
right? And
rather
get them
than just
to tell them that their faith they made it all up, and they didn't. That's what made these guys so strong. Is that in the face of death, in all these different countries, they took Jesus's story to the grave. and not just to themselves, kept it to themselves, proclaimed it to their death. Some of these people, even while they were dying, allegedly like Andrew, apparently he was preaching to people on the cross while he was dying. So we'll give it up to St. Jude. Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
We don't want no copyright issues.
No, don't go there.
Don't come after us, please. Michael Jackson, because I think he owns all of the rights, doesn't he? Don't they own the rights to the Beatles?
Hats out to you, Michael Jackson. If you want to be on the show, we would love
Friend of the show.
have you
Friend
on.
of the show, Michael Jackson.
Friend of the show. We get
Also,
a message from like
if we could get BB Ninyatu on the show, friend of the show, also
friend of the show.
I would love to have him on. We could ask him a couple questions. Actually, I'll take Zelensky as well, and Putin, and who else could we get on there? Let's do the guys from North Korea too. Why not? Let's get anybody. Let's give him the dose of Jesus,
and maybe Theo Von, just to
Theo Von would be great. Honestly,
crack me up. We talk about the Bible with Theo and weird conspiracies.
Fan of the show, Theo Von. Oh, here we go. So here's one. I could not get it to do this at all. So it's just so intense. Here we go, guys. Let's move into our next disciple, because we may be here all night. Just kidding. We're on 11, so we're almost there. If anybody was keeping track, we're on 11.
We are.
We're rounding this out. Here we go. Simon the Zealot. Again, historical confidence pretty low, but traditions are very highly. It varies consistent. So the most visually famous tradition says Simon was sawed in half. Other accounts say that he was crucified or killed while preaching in Persia. So a restrained forensic explanation of sawing. Yikes. Woo. So this is going to be very careful. We got to discuss this carefully because this is pretty graphic. So if a person were cut through the torso, death would result from massive deconstruction of tissue and major blood vessels, depending on the direction of the cut. It would damage the spinal cord, aorta, lungs, liver, intestines, and pelvic vessels. Loss of consciousness would occur once blood pressure fell too low to supply the brain, and the exact duration would depend on where the cutting began and which major vessels were severed first. The human torso contains several major blood vessels. Once one of those blood vessels was severed, blood pressure would collapse rapidly, following by the unconsciousness and death. This is among the weakest traditions historically, so we should describe it as iconography and legend, not actual established fact. However, I bet you it did happen. I'm betting that it did.
Yeah, his symbol is the saw, so something kind of trails with you.
Look at this though, man. The one on the left, holy spicoli, is like straight in half with this wooden plank there. Like,
yeah, they cut him in half the long way.
The long way, and then this one's the halfway. Either way, live by the sword, die by the saw.
Jeez.
I mean, he legitimately was, died by a saw.
Sawing.
And he was the one that Jesus said, right, to him, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? Wasn't Simon the Zealot?
Yep.
Okay. Well, something's happening here. It's like the Constitution, man. By the way, what is the Third Amendment of the Constitution? Go.
Oh, jeez.
What's the first? Break it down. You know it. What's the first?
First is freedom of speech. Second is right to bear arms.
Right to prosperity. Yep. Second is guns.
Is the third one
so important during that time? Think about that.
You can't have people come and stay. You can't have soldiers.
No quartering of soldiers.
No quarters. They can't stay in your house.
Now, if you go watch this new Ken Burns documentary about the Revolutionary War, which I highly suggest, you're going to find out that soldiers they forced themselves into people's quarters, and they were forced to live with them, and they had to serve them. And a lot of times, the family was abused and degraded and sexually assaulted. And so the Third Amendment is so important because we don't need to, host the king's
Houseless.
soldiers in their houses.
Yeah.
It's so much degradation. But
all right,
cut
what's
in
the
half,
18th Amendment
a prohibition,
and the 21st?
repealing of the prohibition.
Prohibition. All right.
Isn't that interesting?
All right.
Well, because I love it because the Constitution, again, we said this with numbers, just like we're seeing in the deaths of the apostles, is that there are connections there that like, die by the sword, or doubting Thomas with the hand in the ribs, and he got speared. So like the Constitution, 18, when you were 18 years old was when you were able to drink back in the day. And then they repealed it as the 18th Amendment made prohibition. And then they allowed you to be 21 to drink, and it became the 21st Amendment and to repeal. So it's just like it's just weird timing and mathematics and literature all combined together in this almost living document that keeps moving, almost like the Bible. But obviously the Bible's the Bible, and the Constitution is the Constitution.
Love both.
Okay. Love them both. All right. The next one. Matthias.
Oh, yours went to Matthias. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, we got another guy, but we're going to wait for him because he's kind of not official.
Right, I was going to say.
We shall not name him. You guys know who we're talking about. We'll talk about it.
I got it. Go ahead for Matthias.
Matthias. Hold on. Who is... Oh, here we go. I got it. Oh, no. Poor dude. Yikes. I think I'm just going to go with the old pictures because I don't think it did a good job in the AI. All right, Matthias, my boy. Man, Matt's just getting messed up, huh?
So Matthias was chosen to replace Judas Iscariot.
Si, senor. All right. So historical confidence. Again, this one's low. Matthias was selected to replace Judas, as you said in Acts 1. Traditions place that his ministry and death in several different regions. So the best known version says that he was stoned and then beheaded. Now, stoning might have been used as a public punishment. If the victim remained alive, beheading could function as the final execution. The body could have already sustained broken facial bones, skull fractures, fractured ribs, internal bleeding. The sword strike would sever the spinal cord and major neck vessels. If the tradition is correct, the beheading may not have been the primary punishment. It may have been the final act after stoning had already caused extensive trauma. Yikes, man. Just imagine him just getting... Where did he die? Do we know? We don't know.
I think we know on.
Does it say? It doesn't say. Do we know? Let's see if I can... If Google.
No, but he preached around the Caspian Sea, Judea, but all the, beheaded or crucified or stoned, but all the evidence, like you said, is very thin. And we don't have any actual...
We don't know.
No, we don't really.
We don't know. So some people, though, they say the exact location of the Apostle Matthias' death is not known for sure. Early Christian writings share several different traditions about his final resting place and about how he died. So Jerusalem, some accounts, including the writings of the early church historian Hippolytus, say Matthias never left the area and died of old age in Jerusalem. Other traditions state that he was executed by stoning and beheading there, so maybe in Jerusalem. Colchis, modern-day Georgia. So another strong tradition states that he was a missionary in the region of Colchis, located near the Black Sea. According to Greek sources, he was martyred, killed for his faith, and buried in the castle of Jono-Esporas in Georgia. So like the northern Caucasus Mountains, is that what it's sounding like? Where the Khazars are?
Yes.
Interesting. That's where the Khazars came from.
That's wild.
Oh my gosh. Sebastopolis. Wow. Try to say that 10 times fast. Some historical sources record that he died in Sebastopolis, a city along the eastern coast of the Black Sea. What I wonder, yeah, I mean that's maybe another episode of like what were their miracles, you know? What were they known for doing miracles? What was Matthias?
Who are they preaching to? What were they doing, and how did they set stuff up? Because you've got guys going, north, south, east, west. They're going all over the place. You got
All
guys,
over.
yeah, all
Greek,
they went
they
every
went
which
to
way.
India, they went to Ethiopia, they went to northern Turkey. So apparently in early Christian tradition, Saint Matthias, the apostle, um, he had extraordinary miracles to prove the power of Jesus, and these included him healing the sick, restoring the sight to the blind, and even raising the dead to life.
Let's
Wow.
go.
So he
You
did
like
that?
you like die, and you're like you see Jesus, and you're like, ah, and then all of a sudden Matthias shows up, and
You
and
sorry, you're
dude,
back. Or you're going to
we're
hell,
back,
and then he pulls you out of being in hell. And you're like, got one more chance, don't mess it up.
dude.
That's
This is it.
crazy. So Matthias was doing
Do
some
you want
crazy
Jesus?
stuff, dude. Matthias needs a movie, y'all. Who wants to make a movie about Matthias, dude? That would be. I feel like there's something
Well, we
there.
know how it's going to end.
You know how it's gonna
Boom.
end?
That was
Not well.
bad. That was
I
bad.
mean, very well, very well.
That was-
That was not good.
Do you want to do the
Forgive us.
dishonorable mention?
Yeah, of course. Let me see. I think I've got a picture of him, but it wouldn't let me do diet dog. All right. Let me throw
I
this
like
bad.
dog.
Some dogs are cool. Some dogs are not cool. It's how they were trained.
That is a horrible
Judas.
painting. Did you
Judas
just whip that
Iscariot.
up like this
No, I swear
afternoon?
this is one of the most famous paintings of him.
No
I
way,
swear to you.
really?
No joking.
Oh,
It's decently recent,
okay.
but like it's not like within the 1900s, but it's definitely an older painting. So Matthew.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
death by hanging. Matthew says that Judas hanged himself. Acts described him falling and his body rupturing. These may be competing traditions, or they may be harmonized by suggesting that his body fell after the hanging. So, hanging can kill through several mechanisms: compression of the neck arteries, obstruction of the airway, stimulation of the nerves that disrupt heart rhythm, spinal injury, although this is more typical of later judicial long drop hangings. In a simple suspension hanging, loss of consciousness can occur when the blood flow to the brain is blocked. Death may take several minutes. If a hanging body later fell from height, especially after decomposition had weakened the tissues, the abdomen could rupture on impact, and that offers a possibility of reading Matthew and Acts together, but it remains an interpretation rather than something the text explicitly explained. A hanging body left exposed would undergo decomposition. The abdomen would swell with gases, tissues would weaken, and later fall onto hard ground and cause the body to rupture.
Death by suicide.
Epic. That dang. Somebody had to do it. He did it. Oof. All right. You want to add? You want to add the man himself?
Jesus?
The dude? Well, we already know Jesus, the other man.
Who's the other
Besides
one?
Peter.
Paul?
Yeah. Also known as Saul. Turned into Paul.
The coat rack? Sorry.
Saul was kind of a dick. But Paul was
I just want to put this in there. Paul or Saul is the only apostle who is brought to the faith and the service of our Lord Jesus Christ through being blinded. Now you can't see anymore.
blind, but now I see.
All right. How did he die? I know he was a Roman citizen, so that had to pay something in.
I'm pulling all of what I got for him real quick. I promise. I'm not just sitting here looking at it. He did have a son. shoot, I forgot about that one too. Hold on. I got this one, guys. Be able to give this all to you in one clean swoop, if you know what I'm saying.
What are you saying? Tidbit. Matthew, who wrote the book of Matthew, started the first church in Egypt and is the longest running church to this day. It is a Coptic church, and pretty neat. Established that in what was Alexandria at the time. Just trying to fill in some tidbits for us.
No, please do. As I'm trying to get these all together.
Stephen, the proto-martyr, first century martyr period, Acts 6-7, one of the seven. He delivers, and when I say Stephen was one of the seven, he was one of the seven that was elected to help distribute the food to the widows. He delivers his sermon before the Sanhedrin and was stoned to death, praying, Lord, do not hold this sin against him. And the hinge for your Paul material, a young man named Saul stood there holding the coats. That's why I call Paul the coat rack. Consented to the killings around AD 34, very quickly after, well, within a year of Jesus being crucified. Stephen followed the way.
Isn't that crazy that Paul or Saul was just like, yeah, I'll hold your coat while you do the dirty work? And
yeah.
Like, I did. That's I'm gonna get. That's who
I know, right? It's like,
right.
Go ahead. You got it. Oh, I hear dogs. I hear dogs in the background.
Indy, shut up. Please be quiet. All right, here we go. Here, let's do the sharing. This is a lot of work, guys. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so traditional death, beheaded in Rome. Now, martyrdom under Nero, strong early Christian tradition. A beheading, probable but not directly documented in the New Testament. Paul was a Roman citizen. Roman citizens were often protected from particularly degrading punishments, such as crucifixion, making beheading a plausible method. Now, properly delivered sword strike would sever the cervical spinal cord, carotid arteries, jugular veins, trachea, and muscles of the neck. Consciousness would likely disappear within seconds because blood pressure to the brain would collapse. And stories sometimes claim that a severed head remains consciously aware for a meaningful period. There's no convincing evidence of sustained consciousness. Brief residual moments or facial activity would be reflexive or produced by remaining nerve activity, not proof of continued awareness. The body might still show involuntary movement after the strike, but those movements would be spinal reflexes, not evidence that the person remained meaningfully conscious. So he was cut down. And this is a Gemini version of a famous painting of Paul.
The angels are always bringing that wreath crown, aren't they?
Bringing a wreath and some branches, olive branches. And there's also some
palm.
There's palm branches, and there's also like lavender.
That is a purple thorn, the same one that William Wallace gave to his wife in Braveheart.
This is another famous painting of his beheading.
Yeah, that guy in the background looks like he's got on like a World War I helmet.
This guy? Well, I think they had those kind of Spanish helmets, right?
Wait, does the guy in the background have a lion mask then too? What's in his arms?
I think this is a statue. If there's somebody's.
Okay.
I think that's
they were never.
That's Hercules. It's got to be Hercules then, right? Because he was the one with the mask, and he had a club. Yeah, so they probably just did a statue. And then this is the original painting.
Oh, for sure. You know, right? Paul was really short historically.
Was he?
The only description I could find that he was really short.
And he could he not talk that well? Like he was a stumbler, mumbler? Was that him?
I don't know anything about that. I know
like
Moses
not a really
was.
Good preacher. I don't know.
Moses
maybe that was
a.
Peter. No,
could have been.
Peter spoke to a bunch of people, right?
Yeah, Peter became filled with the Spirit. He gave a couple different
I think it
speeches.
was Paul. I think Paul was not a strong speaker. I think didn't somebody fall out of a window one time because he was so bored listening to him, and then he
Yeah,
rose
that's
him. Is
Acts 20.
that Paul?
Ekathis. Yeah, he talked all night, and bro fell
Fell out
asleep,
the
fell out a
window,
window. Three
and then he
stories.
raised him back
Pronounced
to,
pronounced
and
dead, and Paul goes down and hugs him and says that he's living, and
then
then
he said,
goes
"Let's
back
get
up.
back to it."
Yeah,
he
and preaches till dawn.
said, I just died. Now you want me to listen to you again?" This is a famous painting,
Everybody's just out at a picnic, and we're
and
gonna cut Paul's head off.
this is the AI version.
What's the guy doing on the tree in the background there?
Climbing the trees, kids climbing trees.
Is that how you climb trees?
Yeah, I guess. As a kid, I don't know. Is that how you climb trees? Look at this. This is like, what
Beautiful.
else do we have here? You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, all these people around. What are they doing?
There's
You know what I mean?
always so many people. All these paintings.
They
Oh,
died
there's
here.
Bro is missing his, and the guy behind him too.
Yeah.
They're missing. This
So
is
there's a
just
few people killed
yep.
here, huh?
Yeah, and I can tell by the bracelets that last guy was a Jarl from the Nordic lands.
Whoa. What?
No, I've just made that up.
I was like, look at the turquoise. Like,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
what does that even mean? You know what I mean?
That guy's head is ill proportioned in the painting.
So were they
Some.
killing?
Oh
Were they
wait.
killing
There's that
Christians?
thing on the left. On the left, the sticks with the axe head. You see it? That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
Arrows?
talking about.
Arrows? Arrows?
No, they're not arrows. It's a bunch of
What
sticks
is
together
that?
with an axe in the middle of it.
What is that?
That's the
It's
weapon I
just
was
right on
talking
the
about.
edge. It's just right on the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's on our money. It's been displayed in different Washington monuments.
What is it?
Um, I don't know.
It's not like a rack of spears that
Stay
they're
tuned to next week's episode where we explore.
what this thing is. That's weird.
No, they're just chopping people. They're just taking Christians down left and right here.
Holy, holy guys. They're just like a mass murder. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
They didn't put him in there. They just got up here. And look, they got
Wow.
women here too.
Yep, you're done.
Everyone's getting got, dude. Dang, that's so sad. Holy smokes. Well, you know what? I would love to know so maybe some questions that I'd written down before I started, and I really wanted to get your opinion on like which apostle's death surprised you the most.
Well, I mean, we know they all died, but which one was like the most like, oh my gosh, the guy getting flayed, Bartholomew. That that is wild. I can see guys getting angry and hitting people with sticks and throwing rocks, chopping your head off. That all seems kind of common to me. But you know what? I'm gonna tie you up and I'm gonna peel your skin off. Seems like bro might have spoke some convicting words to somebody in power. Thou shalt
Yeah,
not
well,
sleep with your sister.
I think something happened was that I'm pretty sure that he actually converted somebody that he wasn't supposed to. It was like somebody's wife.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
like a high up wife. You know what I mean? Imagine that, dude. Like, in like, I'm gonna save this woman's soul, and she's gonna maybe try to tell her husband about it, and then he's like so angry and doesn't take it in the right way, and he's like, I'm peeling this guy's skin.
And that's why you should minister to same sexes without, if you don't have a partner to minister with you, a battle buddy, so to speak. Men pray for men, women pray for women, and just try to keep that. That's a good rule. Not to get flayed.
To not get flayed like Bartholomew.
Yeah, Don't
Now,
be preaching to other men's wives. All right.
it's not your mission necessarily to save every woman.
Not to say that flaying is a common thing currently.
I
Could
wonder
be. I don't know.
when's the last time they've done
Well,
it.
I
I'm
I
sure the
know
cartel
we
does it.
were
I'm sure
just
they do it.
we were just talking about some high profile lady who flayed another lady's face.
Yeah, and then
Let's
there
not
was
talk.
a
We don't.
ton in the American
Yeah,
Revolution. Ton of scalping was going on. They actually
yeah.
filleted a lot of the Indian folks to make boots, boot leggings. Yeah, I just read about this. So if you want to look that up, yeah, yeah,
I'm
17, early 1780s, late 1770s. Um, yeah, there were some British soldiers that were told to, and not just British soldiers, actually continental soldiers that were told to fashion boot leggings from the flayed skin of Indians from their waist down.
That sounds like some necromancy.
It's just weird. It's tanners stuff, leathering and stuff. It's just a matter of like wearing their leather. Like that the red shoes. Have you ever heard of the red
Yeah.
shoes
Yes. Oh
conspiracy?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Same
Yeah. Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
So fun fact: after Pentecost, they probably never met again. They all scattered. So they probably never were all in one place ever again. So something to think about that is
That's interesting.
enjoy your friends, because you never know when this might be the last time you're all together. Thomas likely traveled further than anyone, possibly over 3,000 miles. No airplanes, no cars, no maps. For the
Good old
majority.
Roman roads.
Good old roads. Um, why do you think that Christianity spread so quickly despite persecution?
The Roman roads. I always look at the mechanics of Jesus came during a timeline when the Romans had already conquered the majority of the known world and established road and trades up and down it. And all of the roads were not like 100% safe, but were patrolled. And they did have campsites along them that you could move freely throughout the Roman Empire at its peak very quickly. Some of the Roman roads are still up to date. That's what I think. That's why I kind of think that it was a neat time for Jesus to come back, not come back, but to come during the time when the Romans were in power because they were skilled at roads, and it gave the ability for the apostles to, like you said, they scattered to the four winds and were able to traverse the known world and share the gospel far and wide. So when Jesus said, go tell the world about me, they were like, they took it and did it and were able to go. That's
Yeah,
what I think. That's what I kind of sit on.
I know it's a great point. I actually have an affinity for roads. In a weird way, I've always wanted to do a documentary on roads because I feel like roads and like almost like the Constitution, it shows like where humanity was at a time and what they needed, through all these different amendments. I think it's the same thing with roads, like routes, trade routes, paved roads, streets. Like these are a way for humans to connect. They're almost like the neuron lines for all humanity to connect. And without the roads, we don't have connection. And that's something actually very close to my heart personally, obviously, because I want to do the documentary. But a friend of mine who's running for Congress here in Nevada, his name's Cody Whipple. He actually has a big plan of like wanting to update the roads because they're dangerous and there's only a few, lanes, and it's just not. That's another point too. Is like we have to make sure that the roads are taken care of, and that, in a sense, Jesus talks about putting a floodlight, a floodlight on our path, right? And so we know where we're going. And a lot of people know that like the road to heaven is a thin one, right? And the road to destruction is wide. And so roads have like this really deep, soulful meaning in not just practicality of earth, but also the construction
Spiritually.
complexity of our soul.
Yeah. Nice. Love that. I've walked on some Roman roads. I've put my hands on some Roman buildings that were built when Jesus was walking the earth. An interesting fun fact about Roman concrete self-heals itself. It's baffled modern scientists, but they lately have discovered how it works. Like if it cracks and fractures, it will fix itself, and which is why Roman roads are absolutely just still in use today and still amazing. Fun fact: there is an ancient road that traverses by my cabin. Um, like the old wagon train kind of homesteading, they came through this valley and through the mountains, and you can go out and see some of the rock ledges that were established on the side of the hill to make the path. And you can go up and walk on the old path where the settlers, homesteaders would have come across and explored way back in the day to find a place. There's still cabins up here from then that are hidden in the trees that people stumble upon, and it's pretty wild up here. I'll get you a picture of them. Pretty neat.
Please do. So, why do you think Rome saw Christians as such a threat?
Really, they were saying that Jesus was a king. And I think that Paul said it really good. He says, we're all parts of the body, and who can say to one part of the body that I'm greater than you? While in Rome at that time, Paul said that in Rome they had a hierarchy established using the same idea. Hey, you were created as feet, you're below, and you stay that way. And there was a hierarchy that was established in the Roman system and the pantheon of gods. And so I think that they saw it as a real challenge because it brought people freedom. Everybody started coming together without the need of the government. They started sharing what they had with each other and supporting each other. And people, there was no Jew, there was no Gentile. It broke down all civic, uh, cultural
Lines,
stigmatas and groups. Yeah, and so all of a sudden, there's no caste system. You weren't born in a greater position. You were all the same, and you loved and blessed and could move about. That's kind of what I think.
yeah. I mean,
And you?
I think that they had this really strong polytheistic gods sort of thing going on, and so this really challenges that. And also, I think Christianity was like the one that took was the mechanism that took away like this sacrifice culture. It was like everything back in the day was like you need to kill this in order for this to be good. All this, and Christianity came here and said, "No, I died for your sins. You don't need to do this anymore. Now I want you to be a living sacrifice." And then it also talked about being peaceful. It didn't talk about going and killing, the Roman emperor. It said, give him what is his. It said, be peaceful. It said, turn the other cheek. So I think to them, and I know it was probably run heavily by Lucifer or the enemy, whatever you want to say. And so I think he recognized immediately. He was like, oh no, oh, people are liking each other. They're helping each other. They're worshiping one God. This is not good. Dang it. What did I do? What did I do?
I think we
You
messed
messed
up.
up, bro. You
You
messed
messed
up
up.
there. Jesus took the keys from you.
Fell for it.
What a loser. Is it funny that the loser, it sounds like Lucifer? Anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
If if the resurrection were false, why didn't most apostles publicly recant?
I love that. I love that. Like I always love the example of Watergate, where you had 12 guys that couldn't keep their story together for 2 weeks. And then you got 12 apostles who scattered to the wind, established churches, same story, and took it to their death. Even so much to their
Performed
death that,
miracles.
yeah, that people were coming, being like, you know what? I see the way you're dying. I want that. And I'm going to become a Christian right now, and I'm going to die with you. And so that's kind of where I'm at. The resurrection, just an amazing event.
It changes the course of history if it is real. It
Yeah, I mean,
changes your
look at
complete idea of what
yeah,
reality is.
yeah. Time is AD and BC, and the
See
our whole timeline is based around the birth of Jesus,
the death.
and everything's dated off of that. So okay,
Powerful. Now, which traditions about the apostles seemed strongest historically and which seemed more legendary?
which traditions?
I
You
feel
know, I
like
don't.
John obviously feels more like a legend, right? Like he was put in
Yeah,
boiling, he didn't die, they sent him to Patmos, they don't know where he went. I feel like super legendary sort of like story, you know.
yeah,
Still, I feel like they put him in the oil. I really do.
I
I feel
do.
like it's too
I
specific.
don't.
It's too
I
specific of a thing,
yeah.
you know.
I don't have a problem with them doing that and him being like, you know, like they were legendary for healing people, like
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah.
and it was like, so why couldn't you be able to pray over yourself and use that same, you know, power that you use to heal the blind and the sick to be able to be
Or
like,
who was
go ahead,
the fourth man in the fire for
yeah,
Abednego,
yeah.
Ishak, and who are they? What are their names
Shadrach,
again?
Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah,
In the fire we go.
in the
Yeah,
fire.
the fourth man, and there's no reason why
He
God's
wasn't
book
chilling in a
is full of
jacuzzi of boiling
yeah,
oil with John.
yeah.
Just be like, just chill, buddy.
Just
Enjoy
chill,
it. It's
bro.
gonna be
Just
fun.
chill. It's gonna
It's gonna make
exfoliate
your
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 skin.
skin silky smooth
Yeah,
skin.
you're gonna think about this hot bath when you're in Patmos,
Yeah, because
off
it's gonna be
Exile for a
cold.
little while. Yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold.
No more hot
Hang out.
baths.
Yeah, and they said that there were so many miracles that Jesus did. There's not, they possibly couldn't be enough books in the world to contain them. And so who's to say this wasn't like,
An ongoing thing. Yeah, and Jesus also
yeah,
said that we were going to do greater and amazing things that he was able to
Jesus
do
is
during
the
this time.
foundation. Yeah, he's the foundation. He's the baseline. He's not the ceiling.
So, how should we distinguish historical evidence from church tradition?
I don't know.
Holy
I
Spirit,
some
discernment, right?
Holy
Like, what
Spirit
is
discernment, yeah, but there's like so much like of any history. How can you take any history and like they always say, history is written by the winner.
so the
Um,
good
how
guy?
do,
The good guy always wins in history, right? Doesn't we always seem that way?
no, I don't know. You could
That's an
ask,
old Norm Macdonald quote.
yeah, you could ask
Good old Norm, rest him.
Winston Churchill what he said right before he died in a mysterious car crash the very next day after what he said. But no, I don't know. You have historical documents. They can be proven. We do know
He
that the
said,
Bible.
I'm bored with it all.
I'm bored. I'm done with it. But yeah, like there is like I stand true to Scripture because I've studied it and studied more than just what it says, but also what it is and how it relates to different ways, as well as historical documents. I've studied the Gnostic stuff, which is really wild. That stuff's wild, as well as like the sigils of Solomon and all of that stuff. And it's like there always is this thread of truth in everything, but like you said, it all goes back to discernment with the Holy Spirit. Like, is this something I need to know? Is this real? Is this true? Um, this doesn't resonate with me. This does resonate with me. Does it matter? Does this matter if this is true or not? No. Okay. Doesn't affect my salvation. Uh, but truth is, again, like I'll say this all the time. Truth is subjective to your perspective, and so you do
So
need to
good.
be able to walk by the light of the light of the Holy Spirit.
Now, we have never done this on our show, but maybe we should do this more often. Can you possibly, for the people who have listened to the show and they're still on, they're in for a special
Oh my
treat.
gosh, it's 2
Can you
hours in.
can you please do a quick prayer for them to encounter the Holy Spirit and then invite them to have a relationship with Jesus?
Yeah,
And then we'll close it
absolutely.
out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I'm very honored that we're doing this time. First and foremost, if you don't know Jesus, get you some Jesus. All right. I'll be honest with you. If you heard my testimony in previous broadcasts, you know that between Joey and I, we've tried it all, and there is no other way but Jesus. There's no way to the Father. There's no way to peace, healing, and understanding. So if you don't have Jesus, I invite you right now to receive Jesus into your heart. You don't have to change anything in your life. Just receive him in there, and then let's just see where it goes from there. All right. And so let's just step into a prayer. We're gonna do a little bit of we'll do a little salvation prayer, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a blessing for all of you who are still on here, because I love doing blessings. And then I do this blessing every day over lots of people. And I love doing it. It's kind of developed into this awesome thing. So let's go. Join me in prayer. Father, thank you for today. Thank you, Father, for Joey. Thank you for the opportunity that we have to get together and talk and explore the wild things of this world. And Lord, if there's anybody on that's still watching that has yet to receive Jesus, I just want to pray with you. And you can just repeat after me. Lord, I just want you in my heart. I just want you with me. I want to be with you, and I want to walk this life together. And I believe that you died on a cross for me. I believe that you're the Son of God, and I believe that you were resurrected, and I believe you paid the price, and I believe that I'm reconciled with the Father, that I'm made new, and that I'm loved and fearfully and wonderfully made. And we thank you, Jesus. Bless you. And so, for those of you who just prayed that prayer, welcome to the family. For the rest of us, and you new believers out there, let's do this blessing. Father, I thank you for all of my brothers and sisters, and Lord, I pray that their hearts would be filled with love, that their homes would be filled with laughter. I pray that wisdom would be found by their side. May discernment be upon their lips. May they wear your favor like a crown around this realm. May they be quick to embrace and slow to judge. May their pockets overflow. And may they work to get everybody home. We pray all these things in the mighty name of Jesus, the Lion, the Lamb, the man who went down to hell, beat up the devil, took the keys to death and hell, and then rose again to sit beside the living God who intercedes on our behalf. We thank you, Jesus. Amen.
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 Amen. Well done, good sir. Now, whether you're a believer or a skeptic or somewhere in between, one thing is difficult to deny, that these men changed the course of history. Most of them died with no wealth, no political influence, and no earthly reward. The question each listener has to answer is not simply how they died, it's why they were willing to. And the question has echoed through history for nearly 2,000 years, and it is still worth asking today. We thank you so much for joining us on Ground Zero, the death of the disciples.